English teaching methodology. Uh,
Oh, he clicked in the wrong button. So please, Matthew, can you introduce yourself? You muted. I cannot hear you.
Sorry. I'm Márcio. I live
Great.
here in São Paulo, Guarulhos. I live here near of the airport. I work with the IT. I am 53 years old. About my music preference, I am eclectic too, but avoid sertanejo.
Yeah, I don't really like that, and it's true. It's like, I think it's like the one thing that I'm not so into. Got it. Fernando, you clicked in the wrong button, right?
yeah, it was the first time I've done that.
No problem.
I click in the X and oh my gosh, sorry.
Got it. So continue.
I really like music too. I think I'm also eclectic. I like really different, totally different types of music, especially rock. But lately I've been listening to pop music a lot, like Bruno Mars, Billie Eilish. I've been into this universe now, but I really like totally different things. From Metallica to Lady Gaga.
Yeah, the same.
And Brazilian music, of course, and a lot of things.
Same thing for me.
Yeah, so basically that's it about me.
Great. So guys, today we are, let me see, where is it? I don't think I copied the, yeah, I don't know what's, let me just do something, but I'm gonna still talking. So today we are going to talk about paparazzi, and don't know what's not pasting everything. Copy and yeah, I cannot paste the question, so I will try it in a different way, but it's okay.
Oh,
so
maybe you should like split into times. If the questions are big, you should send like 1 to 6 and the rest.
I have
I don't know what. Sorry?
I have this question here.
So if you could put, oh yeah, it worked. Like you said, Fernando, it worked. Yeah, it's probably too many questions. Yeah, now I got it.
It happened with me too.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it. It happened like a long time ago with me, so I didn't even thought about it. But it's okay, Márcio, I got it. So some questions and now the others. So today we're going to talk about paparazzi, celebrities, how can I say, what are the celebrities' rights about this topic of paparazzi. So first thing, what language do you think that the word paparazzi comes from, Fernando? You are the one that understands about languages. So what do you think? Just a guess.
I think it comes from Italian because of paparazzi. It seems to be an Italian word. That's my guess.
And you, Matthew, do you agree?
Yeah, I think it's Italy because paparazzi like a different pizza. Paparazzi. Yeah.
So guys, you were both right. So I knew that Fernando understood about language. So if I'm not mistaken, the word paparazzi like comes to the Let me see. I think it was like The Sweet Life or something like that. Because of a movie. Let me see, because I forgot. I searched about it and I forgot. Yeah, there was a Italian movie, and there was a character called Paparazzi or Paparazzi. I don't know how can I say that in Italian, but I think it's something like that. And it was a photographer, and he did like things that paparazzi does. So that was the origin of this word. And how, yeah, I will follow the order of the questions, because I am here thinking about a question, but I think I will follow and then I ask this one. What does freedom of the press mean to you? You can relate to freedom of speech too, if you want to. But yeah, what does it mean to you, Fernando?
Well, it means that the media can have the freedom to talk about everything they want inside some boundaries, I would say, because it's not an absolute freedom, because nothing is absolute. I think like if you're gonna show some news, you need to be responsible with that. You need to check the sources, check if it's true, and then you public this type of news. So and you are, this freedom is exactly this. You are free to talk about everything that you want. You are free to show your opinion, or the reporters, the journalists' opinions, since that they say this. It's an opinion, not a fact. So you need to have this responsibility when you are public something, and the freedom is in that space, inside those borders, more or less like that.
Do you think that the press passed this limit that you said, these boundaries that you said nowadays, or not?
Yeah, some vehicles, they do, especially because now with the internet there are so many vehicles, and this is good and bad. Good because we have different opinions, but it's bad because there is no regulation at all, and everyone is free to post a fake news, a fake story, and that's so bad because causes disinformation.
Got it. What about you, Marcio? What does freedom of the press mean to you?
I think that sometimes you need to show, talking, writing about something that have a public interest. I think that's it. But nowadays is very complicated, because I remember that some people that have a problem, how the plan here passing my.
And do you think that
Yeah, I
Sorry?
remember the assumption. I think about the WikiLeaks. I think this information that he published have an interest public, but now I think he is arrested in England, I think. Don't know. And the other I don't remember the name, but was I don't know, exilado in Russia because published some information about the USA. And this information, for me, have public interest.
Got it. So, do you think that sometimes sometimes the press or the press itself, the media, they pass the limit of privacy of many things?
Yeah, yes. I am 53 years old. I remember the Lady Diana. I think that your accident
Definitely, yeah.
is caused about the paparazzi.
Yeah, that's a huge discussion until today, right?
Yeah.
So, what are some of the downsides of being famous? And if you wanted to be famous, Fernando.
But you didn't answer number 2.
Yeah,
What?
true. I didn't answer it. Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. I think that I agree with Márcio about the public interest, and there are some facts that are hidden, but it's public interest. We all should know about it, and mainly about corruption and things like that that are totally hidden for us. And about the second question, I definitely think that the press sometimes is like it's not nice. I don't know. I think that sometimes we normal people, like anonymous people, we don't. Sometimes we think that we put celebrities in a pedestal, like they weren't human and they can't commit mistakes. And I think that the press does it too. And usually they are canceled because of something that an anonymous person do all the time. And yeah, I totally think that they pass this limit. Mainly some journalists, some gossip journalists, like that one that always say things about the famous, about celebrities. I don't remember his names, like something Dias. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
something
Leo
Dias.
Dias.
Yeah, this one. I think he passed so much this limit, so much. That thing with Clara Castanho, it was terrible with her. Terrible. He didn't have the right to do that with her. With many celebrities that he just showed things like gossip around the life of this person. So I think it's totally unnecessary. I forgot the other question that I asked you guys. Oh, what are the downsides of being famous, and if you wanted to be famous? Fernando, right? That I asked, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to be famous, of course. Especially because I love music, so in this field is perfect. And actually, I think every field, every area, if you are famous, you have so many opportunities. So it is a good thing. But the downsides is that you are not free anymore. You are not free to go whenever wherever you want. do whatever you want, because it will be always someone with a cell phone and taking photos or making videos of you and selling this information to get clicks. So it's a huge downside, actually, because it's your life, it's your privacy, and there is not a price on it. So it's an expensive downside.
Definitely, totally. When you're famous, well, in my opinion, I agree with you. I think that we don't have our privacy anymore. Like everywhere we go, there are people, and people will click. So yeah, I totally agree with you. What about you, Márcio? What are the downsides of being famous?
I like sometimes stop in a bar, for example, alone, drink beer or another drink, and look the movement, the sign, and I like this moment for me. The famous people, I think, is very difficult to do the same that I can do. You are famous, you have money sometimes, but you pay for this, have a cost, I think.
Would you like to be famous?
I never think about this. This is like to be a famous people. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. I wouldn't like to be famous. I would like to be rich, but not
Yeah,
famous.
it's rich. I think it's rich is better than famous.
Definitely. I would like to be rich, but famous, I don't think so. I mean, when you are famous, you have a lot of opportunities, but when you're rich, you have a lot of opportunities too. So I would like to be famous. I would like to be rich, not famous. Like I like my privacy, you know. I wouldn't change that. So I wouldn't like to see a lot of people attacking me on the internet about random things that I did or that I didn't do. So I like my privacy. I like to be anonymous, but I would like to be rich, definitely.
This is a controversy for me, actually, because I also like my privacy so much, so much. I am a very I I don't know how to explain, but I really, really like my privacy. I don't share a lot of things, so I
Got
really
it.
take the things for me. But at the same time, being famous for me as a musician would be great, because my art, like your art, if you were famous, would
Got it.
get to a lot of people, different people. So I'm more or less in the middle of this this thing.
Yeah, I totally got it. But I think that there are, I don't know, in these two fields, like art as a song or as music itself, and as portraits or paintings or tattoos. You know, you can be much. You can be actually more. You can be more famous in this art than this. You know, famous like people knowing you. You know, a lot of people that think that you are like a god sometimes. You know, it's easier to, not easier, but more people can know you through song than through tattoos or uh, or painted art itself, like drawing and things like that. And you can, I'm not talking about money, just about people knowing you. So I think it's easier in this point to someone that, you know, to still have your privacy when you are this kind of artist, you know. So for me, it's like the art field is something different. So, and it's different to song and to musics and music field, and an actress, for example, being an actress or being an actor. So I think it's the way, not the way, the art itself changes a little bit how much you were. No, wait, no word. I don't think this word exists, but how much people know you, know.
Yeah, makes sense, because there are some fields that you have to show your face. You don't have this choice. So yeah,
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah. Exactly. Let me see. I don't know what the number of question number 4, right? How do you feel about celebrities who try to keep their private lives secret? Master.
I think some famous people do this, and I think it's the naturally. I think I remember Kenny Rivers, for example. I think he's a famous people, but you know something about the Kenny Rivers when they premiere about some movies or series.
Never
It's
thought
not,
about it,
yeah,
but yeah, I agree.
I think he's different. He can, I don't know what is the, how to say, is his choice do this, but it's work.
Yeah, I got it. Like, I never thought about it, but I think you're right. I mean, I'm not into famous people. Like, I don't follow famous people on social media, and I'm not into famous gossips. But I agree with you. I just hear about Kenny Reeves when he is releasing a movie or a game that he played a few years ago, maybe. Yeah, I think it was a few years ago that there was a game that he played as an actor. But I agree. I don't know many things about him, but he's really famous.
Yeah,
Got it. What about you, Fernando?
Interesting thing about Keanu Reeves that I've read some time ago is that I saw a gossip like Keanu Reeves takes the subway in New York, something like that, and maybe that's why, because he don't care. He doesn't care about anything. So he just does his things and don't care, and people got used to it. Maybe the press got used. Oh, it's Keanu Reeves out, but he's here every day, so it's not a news anymore. Maybe that's a strategy. I don't know. Yeah, and about the question, I hope that they can do it. They can keep their lives secret, because it's so difficult. I mean, if you have a child and you go take him to school, you cannot have this privacy of a simple thing. So it's so bad. So I hope that they can manage somehow, like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I think that now my mind blowing, and I think he's a genius. Um, I agree with you guys. I think that's totally okay, but I think that when you were famous, you shouldn't be that frustrated when people talks about you, or when people take a picture of you. You shouldn't be that um, pissed off about this thing when it happens, because you chose it. Of course, you can be kind of anonymous, like can erase, but you shouldn't be so pissed off, because that's the price of fame. That's the price. You chose it. You chose to be a celebrity. So people will talk about you. When people see you at the street, people will take photo of you or with you. They will ask autographs. They will ask for pictures. So fortunately or unfortunately, that's the life of a celebrity. So I for me it's kind of strange when I see in celebrity, like a celebrity pissed off on internet because of something like that I don't know, she or he was walking on the streets, and then some kind of fans stopped this person to take pictures or to ask for autographs. I don't think that's fair, when the person does it. Of course, there are some cases that totally uh I don't know, it's not right what the fans do, but if it's a random case like this one, you were just walking on the streets and people recognize you, sorry, but you're famous. So I don't think that they can be so pissed off. Of course, there are cases, but
It's
yeah,
the
that's my
price.
opinion. That's the price.
Expensive one, but it's the price. Yeah.
Exactly. But of course, you can try to keep your private life. It's totally fair, like Kenny Reeves. And actually, there was it was passing a movie yesterday. It was John Wick 3 on TV. So that's just a random thing that I remembered. What number 5? What would you do to keep your privacy as intact as possible if you were famous? Master.
And you say famous person, but pay attention in some news about the ordinary people. The journalists get information, photos in social media. It's very interesting because happens something. Some people, the journalist gets information. These people have a photo with Bolsonaro, have a photo with Lula, or have some position. And one day I see about one person that journalists say that I don't find anything in social media about this person, for example. I think if you avoid social media, you can, it's possible you protect your private.
Yeah, I agree. Nowadays, everything's internet. So if you don't post many things, you can kind of avoid it. Not everything, I guess, but you can avoid many things. Kenan, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with you, and Masu. I think that I would do the same thing that I already do. That is not posting a lot. I don't post a lot. I just observe. On Twitter, on Instagram, I just see the things, what the things that are going on. But I don't post a lot about my life, and I would do the same. But of course, that if you are famous, it's difficult because even if you are not posting, people are trying to find out something about you. But it's the only thing that is possible to do in this situation.
Yeah, I totally agree. Nowadays, everything is internet. So if you try to keep your life away from internet, not your life, your private life away from internet, the better. What time is it? Okay. Question number 6. Is there ever a time when being famous is actually bad for someone's career? Fernando.
This is a really good question.
It is.
I don't think so, but I can change my mind. But in the first moment, I don't think so, because
I'll try to change your mind, but later.
yeah, probably. Because you get more opportunities. So I think professionally is not bad, because you get more visibility and opportunities in whatever field you are, whatever area you are. But personally, it can be bad, it can be harmful. But yeah, professionally, I don't think so.
What about you, Mas?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's for your career. It's not problem you to be a famous. But I think this is a problem for your private life, for example.
Got it.
But your career, no, not problem.
I have an opposite thought now. That
Say it.
maybe if you are famous, people will start I don't know how to say this, like they will expect something from you. If you are a musician, for example, and you are famous in with this group will wait the same from you, respect like those kinds of songs. So it's difficult because we are human beings and you are changing all the time. So if you want to do something different, you receive a lot of criticism about that. So maybe it's a negative point.
Definitely. And I will give you an example. Big Brother Brazil. Like when you're famous, you are already famous, and then you goes to this reality show.
Yeah, really.
You can destroy your career.
I forget Big Brother, BB.
Yeah, you can totally destroy your career. Or
interesting to, and in BBB you to be the normal person, and you can destroy your career because
you can destroy your career even before you have your career there. So yeah, it's complicated. But I am thinking here about other example, but I don't think
sorry.
Go.
Maybe not just people, famous people like on realities. If you are on the internet and you are famous, you will be canceled. uh, someday this will
Exactly.
happen with you, especially nowadays. So yeah, you are right.
As I said,
Good point.
people put celebrities in a pedestal, like they weren't human. So they expect we as anonymous people, we expect too much from celebrities, and that's the problem. And I am trying to think here about another example about some kind of career that it is bad to be famous, but I cannot think about one now. But there is probably one that's not that good to be famous. But I'm trying to to think.
A detective would be bad if you were famous. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if is that how to pronounce this word, detective, like a
yeah, I got it.
yeah.
I
It's
got
bad.
it. Yeah. So
A
there are
secret agent.
some, yeah.
Yeah.
So there are some things that it's not that good to be famous, but I think that the the best example was BBB, just because it's more like more nowadays. Let me see. I always forget what is the number 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, number 7. Um, do wealthy famous people have a right to complain about being followed and photographed? I I already talked about it, but just a bit. But I want to hear your answer. Master.
Yes, why not? The people, yeah. I think it's normal you complain about this if you don't care to take a photo or something, or don't want to speak with with someone. Yes,
Okay.
okay.
What about you, Fernando?
Yeah, I was researching. I could hear that word, detective, the accent, detective. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I agree with Marcio. I think that people have the right to complain about everything they want. It's okay, and also they are humans too. So there will be a day that they are in a bad day, and some paparazzi will come to take a photo, even if they are like they are not aggressive. The paparazzi is not aggressive, but if you are in a bad day, it's a difficult situation. If you are like going to the movies and a paparazzi is in your face taking pictures, you'll be mad. So I think it's normal to complain, and it's normal to don't like these things.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you both. I think that the right, everyone's have the right to complain. Everyone have, but you shouldn't be aggressive. Like there are a lot of cases that the paparazzi were being aggressive or not, and the celebrity was being aggressive. So I think this right you don't have. You don't have the right to be aggressive with anyone, and you have the right to complain, but you need to understand that that's your life. That's my point. You can complain, of course, but you have to understand that that's the life that you chose. I am trying to find here an expression that we have in Portuguese and I don't know how can I say that in English, and I don't know if the one that I'm finding is correct, but I will say it in Portuguese anyway. It's like ossos do ofício. Like I'm finding here like all in a day's work as an expression, or hazards of the profession. So, but I don't know what is the right one. But ossos do ofício, that's what you chose, so you can complain, but move on. Just like I can complain in other profession. It's totally okay to complain. For example, to a teacher to complain about the class, about the students that don't pay attention, or they talk too much during class, or the school itself. You can complain, but that's your life.
Yeah, and sometimes it's good to complain, put the things
Yeah,
outside,
definitely.
say out loud.
Actually, I don't remember who, but once a host or hostess, I don't remember, brought a topic about complaining. It was a full meeting just to complain, and it was awesome. But I don't remember who did it. I'm thinking about it now that you said it, and maybe it's a good option to be in a week or two. Let me see. What types of moments, expressions, and situations do paparazzi try to capture? Master.
I think that paparazzi looking at the situation that can see the person, people, in a difficult position. For example, I don't know. I remember something about the Billy Eilish. He chose to use the clothes as different size. I think it's the big size, because her option don't show your body, and paparazzi can take a photo without the clothes. I don't know, but
Yeah, using bikinis, right?
yeah, I think, yeah.
You're muted. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted, right? What about you, Vinod?
Yeah, I agree. It's so bad, and that's the boundary, and that paparazzi crossed the boundary. It's terrible. I think they look for every situation. But I agree with you, especially the ones that you are in a bad position, because it will give more clicks. And this is so sad, actually. It's sad that those bad news, those bad things, give more clicks than good things, but it does. So yeah.
And sometimes the problem, it's not the paparazzi, it's not the journalist itself, but well, it is the problem, or the most of the cases. But they don't know a news out of nowhere. The journalists don't know a news out of nowhere. A paparazzi don't know where is the celebrity out of nowhere. people tell that to journalists, to paparazzi, and they choose to publish it or not. But like the case of Clara Castanho as well, that if I'm not mistaken, who told the news of her pregnancy was like a nurse, or yeah, I think it was a nurse, but I'm not sure. But this person told who? Leo, right? Leo Dias, about her pregnancy. So yeah, I think that gossip just yeah, it can reach more clicks, just like Fernand said. Gossip can reach more clicks, and unfortunately that's how life is. People just people want to know about Billie Eilish body more than her song, than her art.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, and
yeah.
that's
But
how
as you said, it's of course is their fault, paparazzi fault, but not just of them. They are just a part of the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is the society. They don't just, those news just sell the clicks because there are people that are buying that news and clicking
Definitely.
on that. So
We
it's a huge
consume your
problem.
information and gossip all the time, unfortunately. And we have 4 minutes. I was thinking about a question, but I just forgot, unfortunately, because it was a nice question, but I was here talking and I forgot. I'll try to remember while I'm putting the link here. And I closed the link. I don't know why, but I will pick it. Let me think about what was the question. Yeah, I totally forgot. But let me put the link here. You guys already know which link I'm looking for. It's not opening. I don't know why, but I'll try. A minute. Yeah, got it. I don't know if I can paste it here. Yeah, got it. Guys, that link is the link of this survey. It's just like a feedback. You can rate this conversation. Let me see, 1 or 0, 1 to 10, and you can give suggestions to other topic. For example, next week I want to talk about complain. I want to complain. For example, I want to talk about complaining, and you can write whatever you want to write. For example, I didn't like this conversation because of blah blah. I didn't like Bia because of blah blah. I like Bia because of blah blah. I didn't like. Oh wait, I like this conversation because of blah blah. So that's the link, and I couldn't remember the thing yet. I will start to write down when it comes to my mind. But it was, yeah, I can remember. Unfortunately, and we don't have much time to ask it anyway, to answer it anyway. So that's pretty much it, guys. So it's always a pleasure to be here with you. And
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye,
It was a
guys.
pleasure. See you next week, or maybe
Yeah.
tomorrow, 5 p.m.
I'm not sure because tomorrow I have a class, so like at college, so I'm not sure. I will try, but I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Okay, no problem.
See ya.
See you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.